We begin with the next 5 chapters of Job this week, and he is feeling sorry for himself. Monday through Friday, you will be reading 1 chapter each day, followed by a salt shaker devotion, bringing some thought into each day's reading. And if you haven't yet, please check out my blog at biblicalshakers.blogspot.com. Job stated in the 10th chapter that God had made him, and now he is destroying his own work. Why was he born to begin with? Job wanted a mediator to bring them together so he could have some answers. He stated, quote, "Look what happened to me. How unfair it is," unquote. We want to blame God. However, when facing trials, ask, what can I learn and how can I grow? Rather than, who did this to me and how can I get out of it? Job jumped to the conclusion that God was out to get him, instead of believing with faith that God wanted only the very best for him. Job has heard 2 points from 2 different friends so far. Number 1, man is sinful. Number 2, God is just. Now, in chapter 11, enters Zophar, the third friend, and finishes with the third point, which is, quote, God punishes sin and gives less than we really deserve. Job, things could be worse, unquote. This friend was arrogant, the least courteous, and full of anger. How could things be worse when he had lost everything? Zophar was the kind of friend who had an answer for everything and was totally insensitive to Job's unique situation. In chapter 12, Job replies to all 3 friends and reminded them that he had wisdom as well as they did. His friends did not need to explain to him. They were saying nothing he didn't already know. Job continued to maintain that his friends had completely misunderstood the reason for his suffering. Job affirmed that wisdom, power, counsel, and understanding are God's and are very higher than anything man has to offer. Job sees God as a judge in the 13th chapter, saying, quote, I desire to reason with God. I want to meet him in court, unquote. He would rather meet a just God than his friends, whom he compared to worthless physicians. In the 15th verse of the chapter, Job says, quote, though he slay me, yet will I hope in him, unquote. Despite his sufferings, his life, faith, and hope remain in the Lord. Job mourns humankind's brief, troubled existence in the final chapter for the week as we read the following. Our days are like a flower that blooms and withers, a fleeting shadow that does not endure. Unlike trees that may sprout again, man lies down and does not rise. Until the heavens are no more, he will not be awakened. These words are not surprising because Jesus had not yet conquered death. Job's pessimism about death is understandable. He contrasts nature's cycles with human mortality, emphasizing that once a person dies, earthly hope is extinguished. However, what is remarkable is Job's budding hope, as we read in verse 14, when he states, quote, if a man dies, will he live again? All the days of my heart's surface, I will wait for my renewal to come, unquote. Do you have a secure feeling about the end of life? We have the saving grace of Jesus Christ, which is the only answer. Believe in him, and you will be saved. Next week, another 5 chapters as we continue in the book of Job. So won't you join us, because reading the Bible is really important, and Biblical Shakers will make it so much more enjoyable for you. And I pray the Lord will put a hunger on your heart.